So welcome to another episode of Aqua, mate. Yeah, that was me taking out a fish tank from the back of the ute and setting it up right behind me next to the marine aquarium. For all of you amazing people that have been following the journey for a long time, you know that my father passed away a few months ago, and that tank is something that I gave to him probably a bit over a year ago. We intended to set up a pretty simple freshwater tank for him, but with all the health issues and everything that was going on, unfortunately we couldn't do anything with it, and it's just been sitting in a garage. So today I finally reclaimed it and I'm setting it up right next to the marine tank, because I got the marine tank and that tank together. Local fish store near me in Lilydale was closing down. I decided, okay, I was going to go all in and give saltwater a chance, and they also had that tank there. So I thought I'll get the saltwater tank for myself and I'll get the freshwater one for Dad. The long story short, my dad got me into keeping fish about 29 years ago. He got me a little tank and we got some white clouds, and I just loved every minute of setting it up, going and buying the fish, watching the fish, feeding the fish, and learning how to keep fish when I was, would have been 8 years of age. So it seems really fitting that we're gonna do a tank in the fish room for my dad. So I'll take you through what the actual tank is and what we're gonna do with it eventually, but let's give it a clean up first. So it's finally set up. It's a little bit messy still. I've given it a bit of a washout. It was dark outside while I was rinsing it outside. There's still some marks, as you can see, on the glass and at the back, so I'll show you a little trick on how we can get rid of that. But I'm amazed, it's exactly the same size as the Aqua one, and this is the Petworks. I'm going to take a guess and they got them made in the same factory, but maybe they just decided to use each other's specs, I don't know. I made this lid for my marine aquarium. Should get rid of that. I need to clean that off, sorry. Which is really good because I've got a couple of those lids, and there's another one down there, which means I already have a lid, because these things are pissing me off already because they're super sharp when I was trying to clean it. So I'll get rid of them and that'll look way better. Cool thing about this tank is the filtration's all set up in the back, so we're going to use that. And this is what else I have with it. I have a Petworks 200 watt. You can't see it because that's in the way. I'll prove it to you. 200 watt heater. So that just slots in the back. It's nice and neat. This Petworks power head. Got to give it a bit of a clean and I'll put it back in. I don't know about this though. Can't focus. 5.5 watts. I don't know, I just feel like it's not going to be powerful enough, but we're going to try it anyway. And then we've got a 12 watt Petworks light, which I'm not sure if I'm going to use. I'll put it on for now, so it's just a Petworks tank. But I think this would be really good, the Dymax SpaceX. It's growing a lot of duckweed, it's growing all the plants underneath that, and it's probably well suited to a tank this size as well. Alright, so now you can see all the marks I'm talking about that I'm going to try and clean. But it fits pretty well, looks pretty good. So we can hide the heater down here, and we have, I'm going to put more biological filtration down here. These sponges, so that's your mechanical filtration, and then you've got your power head, which just connects into here. So it's all set up. I do like that it's really nice and neat. Just got to clean it up and then start working on scaping and getting everything ready for this tank. I've got to do a quick shout out to Josh. He made the stand on this. Looks better than this one, and this one's worth more money. It doesn't close. But yeah, the stand looks awesome. And yeah, just run a little power board behind there that'll run the whole tank. Okay, so we're going to try and get rid of those pesky watermarks on the fish tank. So grab myself one of these, just a little spray bottle that has only ever had vinegar in it before. So I'm going to put a little bit of vinegar in this, and then I'm going to try and slowly scrape away at the fish tank using a flipper, but I'm going to use the blade. That'll be the point of difference. And try and scrape it all away, and just use a little bit of vinegar, and hopefully we will bring that tank back to almost looking brand new. Fingers crossed. It's pretty scummy on the front. There's a big spray of the vinegar. It looks like it's working, but you never kind of know until it dries. The back, you can see all that muck around there. That's all. Gotta be careful not to scratch it or dig into it. Feels like I'm scratching it, but just go nice and light and just get that surface scum off. You can see that's gotten rid of most of the water stains. There's still a few little bits and pieces that I'm not quite happy with, but it's pitch black outside, so I'll probably give it another big rinse off tomorrow and just go one more time and get it nice and crystal clear. So that's the tank there. You can see we've got all the Petworks equipment set up around it. I think I'm going to change the light to that Dymax SpaceX light. I want to do a low-tech tank, so I'm not going to have CO2 or anything like that running. But I think if we can get a whole bunch of Java ferns and that sort of thing and really work on a nice aquascape, and then we can go back to our roots and we can put a whole bunch of white clouds in there, because it's going to remind me of Dad every time I look at it. And I know a lot of you guys know Dad as well, so hopefully it reminds you of him and some of the chats that you might have had over the past. But I can't think of anything more fitting than doing something like that. We're going to do a few other things, like maybe do we add some apistogrammas in there and a few other fish down towards the bottom. But let me know your thoughts on how you would set up a low-tech planted tank, because one of the things I'm wondering and thinking over and over is what's a really good low-tech foreground plant. So let me know down below in the comments, what would you use if you're doing a low-tech tank, if you wanted to have a foreground plant leading back to things like Java fern and Nubius and that sort of thing. It's only been a couple hours since I put the vinegar through there to try and get rid of a lot of those water stains. It's worked really well, but I'm going to rinse it out before I go on ahead and fill it up with water or anything. But I'll be working on this pretty quickly. I'm going to just try and find that perfect bit of wood, and that's going to kickstart everything. And I can't wait to show you guys when it's fully done. If you're new to the channel, we're setting up tanks every couple of weeks and we've got a lot of handy tips. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button. There's plenty of content where this comes from in this fish room. And I love having you guys along for the journey and letting me know your thoughts along the way. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Make sure you stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.
What a wonderful world.